What is up, you guys? It's Firesignnn. Today we got a Hoopz guide video for you today. Pretty much just how to improve in Hoopz and yeah, better yourself. And it really doesn't matter what device you guys are on, because this can help pretty much anybody, in my opinion. So yeah, stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first tip pretty much is just watch your footing sometimes. Like, it really does matter. It's pretty vital. And you guys really don't ever want to be too far. Like, you don't want to really shoot from here. Like, try not to have that a habit. That's just an auto break right there. And yeah, I don't know, it's just like, it's really not that good. And a place where you can pretty much get away with your foot on line is always middle. Remember that. I don't know, middle is just like a pretty much a go-to. I don't think I really aimed high enough for that, but yeah, that's my normal height right there. Middle, I don't know, I feel like you just get passes. Like, it just doesn't really matter how much like your foot's on the line. Like, my foot's over the line, and of course it's always going to go in usually. But say we try to do that for the wing or whatever, I feel like you're going to run into a lot more breaks. So yeah, perfect zone is, pretty much so close to the point your feet, you pretty much want to be so close to, it looks like your foot's on the line, but it's really not. And you just get auto greens right there. Another tip I got for you. Alright guys, this is pretty much just to tell you what's a good shot and what's a bad shot. So a good shot should be, you should be hearing all net, nothing but net. And a bad shot would be if you're hearing like kind of the rim, like right there. So if you guys are hearing the rim, you have to get a little more precise with your shooting. Every time you hear the rim, it's like you have more of a chance of getting in and out. It's like, I don't know, it's not really that good to really go for. But yeah, try to work on your shooting if you're hearing rim, and you want to like pretty much master on all nets, because all nets is pretty much almost like nearly a guarantee, where I don't think you can miss. If you get all nets, you can't really miss. But I don't know. But yeah, just pretty much work on that. Try to get all net. Should be hearing nothing but net, and that's a good shot. Second tip I got for you guys. So you remember when I did an 18-0 comeback? Yeah, so those are they're not the most difficult things that happen. It's really just a mental game right there. Like, as long as your mental is like pretty much good, you can come back. So it's pretty healthy to have a stable mental mind pretty much, and try not to stress. Don't worry, don't stress. Okay, they have an 18-point lead. All you got to do is get one stop. That should be your thought. Got to get a stop. Got to get a stop. And if they game it, it's like, oh well, it'll be what it be. But it's not anything you should really be stressing about. But yeah, just remember, 18-0 comeback. I did it. I'm sure you can. Because a lot of players have a lot of pressure. They're pressured, and that usually leads them to choking the game. Always remember, if your opponents have an 18-0 lead, they're gonna probably try to be fancy, extra. They're gonna try to shoot a difficult shot, because it's game point. People want it fancy. So anytime you guys see that, get a stop and just go off. Don't even give them a chance. No mercy. All right. Third tip I have for you guys is just know your opponent. Know your opponent. So I pretty much have a counter to everything, and of course it's not going to be 100%, but it's a counter. So say you guys have like a running opponent that just likes to go left and right, and they switch hands. Yeah, that's going to be hard to pretty much rip, unless you get like a complete flat out read right there. Because usually every time you get close, they try to do that hezzy. So always remember that. Usually when your opponent goes left and right, it's usually about the third or fourth time they try to get the fake hezzy. They think you're gonna get red, and it works a lot for me. Like, I get a lot of stops from run type of play styles. And also, if you guys have a person that usually just likes to run, don't be fancy. It's not necessary, because I mean, what are they doing? Nothing fancy. So yeah, you just got to change your playstyle and not try to be too fancy. It's not worth it. I mean, if you're trying to get some highlights, a montage, but if you're not clipping or nothing, it just doesn't matter. Like, just take your W, my boy, and girls, even though it's 1%. But yeah. Oh, if you guys want any improvements on handles, on how to pretty much dribble better, I made a tutorial on that, so you can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, just gonna tell you probably a few basics is just keep the ball as far as away from your opponent. Okay, so another tip: if you have to rush shots, you know, it's a little different, but quick way to rush a shot is, I'd say, to get a good open look, you want to go back, like kind of cut back sometimes, and usually your opponents can never stop that. You can't get ripped on that. Like, this is impossible. So just, yeah, keep, you know, do your work to get an open shot. All right, so this is pretty much the opposite. So if you had 18-point lead, try not to underestimate your opponents, because it can happen. It can, you know, you can lose 18-0 lead. You know, it's pretty tough to have. You know, I've seen it before. It's tough to happen. But yeah, you know, you can lose an 18-point lead. Just don't ever forget that. It's possible. So anytime you just know, you know, you got an 18-0 lead, unless the guy isn't just like, you know, David Lee Carros, and yeah, try not to get too arrogant. That's how you blow 18-0 leads. I've seen it so many times. I've done it from, you know, opponents just getting like arrogant, like, oh yeah, I got the W right here. Oh my gosh, 18-0, and then I came right back. Happens, you know. Gotta keep a leveled mind. All right, if you haven't, go ahead and check out my arc tutorial, because that's pretty much what I'm about to talk about right now. Improvement on arcs, by the way, is just, no, they're not really that hard. Just, you know, improve, get faster at them. So, you know, right now, of course, I'm on mobile. Arcs is pretty easy. I can shoot moving, no shift lock. Doesn't really change too much, but yeah, that's just, you know, the business. So, you know, once you learn this shot, try to learn to laser it. Try to get on fire, laser it. Because if you guys do want to, you know, look a little fancy, like you want to have like that one thing about you at least, learn how to arc. And yeah, I got a perfect tutorial for that. Learn how to arc. It's one of those cool things and feel good, you know, I don't know, make you feel like, you know, you did something, you got better. But, you know, yeah, go ahead. But thank you guys for watching. Hope this helped you out in some way. This can pretty much help anybody out. Just, you know, don't get pressured. Keep your confidence there, even if you're down like 18 points. Because, trust me, I made a whole video about it. Giving opponents 18-0 leads, then coming back. Because they underestimated your boy, and I came back. Just like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching.